It was still dark when the pounding started. Not a polite knock, not hesitant. 3 sharp blows against my front door, heavy enough to vibrate through the frame. I checked the clock on my nightstand. 5:10 a.m. No one knocks at that hour unless something is wrong. I pulled on a sweatshirt and walked down the hallway, my heart already racing. The house felt unusually cold, the kind of quiet that presses against your ears. When I opened the door, my neighbour stood on the porch, Evan Cross. He lived 2 houses down. Quiet, reserved. The type of man who nodded in passing and never lingered. I had lived here for 3 years and never exchanged more than a greeting with him. Now he looked like someone who had run out of time. His face was pale, his breathing uneven, his eyes locked onto mine with an intensity that made my stomach tighten. "Do not go to work today," he said. No greeting, no explanation. Just that. I stared at him, confused. "What?" "Stay home," he repeated, his voice low and urgent. "Whatever you do not leave this house today." "Evan, you are scaring me," I said. "What is going on?" He shook his head once, slowly, like answering carried its own risk. "I cannot explain right now," he said. "You will understand by noon." The sky behind him was just beginning to lighten, pale streaks of pink breaking through the dark. Everything felt unreal, like I had stepped into the wrong version of my life. "You expect me to miss work because of a feeling?" I asked. "I expect you to trust me." That made my chest tighten. He glanced down the street, then back at me. His voice dropped into a whisper. "If you leave today, Naomi, you will not come home." My breath caught. He said my name. I never told him my name. Before I could ask how he knew it, he stepped backward off the porch, scanning the neighborhood as if someone might be watching. Then he turned and walked quickly toward his house. He did not look back. I stood there long after the door closed, my hand still gripping the knob. My name is Naomi Hale. I am 34 years old. Until that morning, nothing about my life had ever felt dangerous. 3 months earlier, my father, Daniel Hale, died suddenly. Official cause, a stroke. Clean, simple, convenient. Except in the weeks before his death, he kept trying to talk to me. "It is about our family," he had said. "It is time you knew." Every time I pressed him, he deflected. Then he was gone. Since then, things had felt off. Cars idling too long near my driveway. Blocked numbers calling and hanging up. Emails asking about my work schedule from senders I did not recognize. I told myself I was imagining it. That morning, I chose logic over fear. If Evan was wrong, I would lose a personal day. If he was right, I might be saving my life. I texted my manager, citing a personal emergency. Then I locked the door and waited. By late morning, nothing had happened. My kitchen looked normal. Coffee mug on the counter. Unsorted mail. The quiet routines of a woman who believed the world followed rules. At 11:47 a.m., my phone rang. Unknown number. "Miss Hale," a man's voice said. "Come. Official. This is Officer Grant Mercer with the County Police Department." "Yes," I replied. "Are you aware of a critical incident that occurred at your workplace this morning?" "What incident?" I asked. "There was a violent attack at your building. Multiple employees were injured. We have reason to believe you were present." My grip tightened on the phone. "That is impossible. I did not go to work today. We have footage of your vehicle entering the parking garage at 8:04 a.m. Your employee badge was used. Witnesses reported seeing you on the 3rd floor shortly before the emergency alert." My knees weakened. I grabbed the edge of the table. "That was not me." "Can anyone verify that you have been home all morning?" he asked. I looked around my empty living room. "No," I whispered. "I live alone." His tone shifted. "Units will be arriving at your address shortly. Please do not leave the premises." "For my safety?" I asked. "Yes." The call ended. My entire body went cold. Someone had used my identity, my car, my name. Someone wanted me there. Someone wanted the world to believe Naomi Hale was responsible. A sharp knock rattled the door. "This is the police," a voice called. "Naomi Hale, we are here to ensure your safety." Before I could move, another voice cut through the wood. "Naomi, it is Evan. Open up. Now?" I approached the door cautiously. "How did you know they would come?" "Because they are not here to help you," he replied. "They are here to place you under federal custody." "What does that mean?" I asked. "It means you disappear." I unlocked the door. The moment Evan stepped inside, he locked it behind him with practiced speed. "Your father asked me to watch over you," he said. My father was an engineer, I said. That was his cover. He handed me an envelope. Inside was my father's handwriting. Naomi, if you are reading this, then what I feared has come to pass. You are not in danger because of anything you did. You are in danger because of who you are. Trust Evan. Do not go quietly. My hands shook. He was killed, Evan said. Poisoned to look natural. Why? I whispered. Because he refused to hand you over. To who? People who have been monitoring you since childhood, Evan said. You were never meant to be ordinary. Sirens approached in the distance. My family knows, I said suddenly. Evan nodded. Your stepmother and your uncle. They signed a contingency agreement years ago. The truth landed like a physical blow. They sold me, I whispered. They sold your silence, he replied. He placed a black key card on the table. Your father left a legal dead man's switch. If you authorize it, everything he collected goes public. I looked at the card. Then at the door, I took a breath. I am Naomi Hale, I said, my voice steady now. And I am done being quiet. I authorized the release. Files transmitted everywhere at once. The knocking stopped. The men who entered the house did not stay long. Natalie was arrested before sunrise. Linda called me that night. I did not answer. The memorial was held 4 days later. Not for my father. For the version of me they tried to bury. When I spoke, the room went silent. Every accusation against me has been withdrawn, I said. The incident was staged. The people responsible are under investigation. Linda's face drained of colour. And yes, I added, that includes members of my family. Federal agents entered. Richard did not resist. I watched without satisfaction, only certainty. That night I returned home. Evan was gone. The house felt different. Not safer. Honest. They tried to erase Naomi Hale. Instead, they exposed themselves. And I learned something I will never forget. When people try to turn you into a ghost, the most dangerous thing you can do is remain visible. If your own family tried to sacrifice you to save themselves, would you stay silent? Or would you make sure the truth buried them first?